Connected backwards, as per Steve Jobs' famous quote. The dots can be.
Round of applause for ministers who come through. Very welcome, Madam Joyce Guau. Yeah, you can pay welcome. Round of applause for our guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Jambo.
Thank you very much. A very good evening to you all. My name is From. It's going to be very short and sweet, but like I mentioned, a lot of exciting stuff that is coming out today evening. There's so much that we want to share. From our Uganda Director for Lyca Mobile, Mr. Vinay. I'll just call upon Mr. Vinay.
Good evening, everyone. Today, it's you all for this witnessing this wonderful event, and this is only a beginning, as our chairman has committed to support, train, group. We have 2 cricket clubs, one in Sri Lanka and one in India, and you can imagine the experience. The God makes these things happen in a very mysterious way. Honorable Peter Ogon was busy arranging this NAM summit, and from the Middle East, we bounced into the airport, and he said, for the sports ministry, what Lyca is doing. On that day, I knew this is coming, but I am not announced it on the board because I want to cherish this moment of surprise for you. Okay? And this is the moment where I would like to thank Honorable Peter Ogon for his continuous support. Not only now as a Minister of Sports, but as a Minister of ICT, he has been dear to our organization, and he understood the principles and values of Lyca Mobile, what it can change the value to Ugandans. And I'm very grateful and thank you for all your support on it. And in all ways, as a son, our chairman calls Honorable Mom calls him my son. Okay. Honorable, thank you for taking time and visiting us this occasion, and we are very, very thankful for witnessing this occasion. I also take this opportunity to welcome our Deputy Chairman, Prem Sirasamy, who is the man of action. He is always cheerful and supporting us and pushing us to the next boundaries. And thank you for your presence. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to the chairman of Uganda Cricket Club, Michael Jackson, to introduce myself to him in the front of you all for the wonderful achievement under his leadership the Uganda Cricket Club has achieved. Qualifying for World Cup T20, only country in the East Africa and only second country in the Africa to achieve that feat this year. We are very, very thankful, and we are very proud that of your presence and your leadership will make this cricket club to move forward with more and more success. Also, I have here Madam Lyca, who is the secretary and in charge of the cricket club, also manager for the women's team. I take this opportunity also for all the press and the invitees to come here, particularly to witness this occasion, and also to make sure that this event is well recorded and well publicized. Cricket in Uganda is a new thing. However, this achievement has proven that the commitment of the players can go any level. It's a wonderful, I congratulate the cricket clubs and also the leadership of the Sports Ministry and the Cricket Club. Thank you one and all.
The details of this partnership as it grows. You're very welcome, Mr. Vikram.
So why I'm here to tell you a little bit about being around for almost 18 years now, and our presence is in 24 countries, Uganda being the 24th one. We are in 5 continents, and we are still growing with over 16 million happy subscribers across the world. So that vision that started in 2006 has been a growing vision, and we expect it to grow within Uganda as well. We have got a good response from the subscribers, the people of Uganda so far, and we expect to give them better and better services in future so that more and more people join us. Having said that, I would like to also share with you that our chairman, sir, he is very, very passionate about sports. Like Mr. Vinay just mentioned, we are the owners of 2 franchisees of Premier Leagues in India and in Sri Lanka. And let me tell you that our Sri Lankan franchise has been winners or champions of the Lanka Premier League for 3 times. That's a big achievement. And also our Indian franchisee, which is the Kovai Kings, Lyca Kovai Kings from Tamil Nadu in India, they are also champions for 2 consecutive seasons. So that's a big achievement. Now, when you talk about sports, the next thing is that what is important, whether it is playing the game or enabling the game. We have quite a few players out here, and they will understand that the kind of support that is required in sports is a lot. Most of the times we have seen sponsorships where we have seen a monetary support, but Lyca is partnering. We are not here as a mere sponsor. We are partnering, which means any activity related under the UCA, we will be a part of that. We will try and promote that. Now, how will we do it? Like I mentioned, we are not just looking at a monetary sponsorship. We are looking at bringing expertise. We are looking at guiding people. I'm very happy that the men's team has qualified for the World Cup for this year. And the women's team, which is present amongst us, they are also not doing, they're not far behind. They have qualified from Africa and now heading for the World Cup qualifier. So which means cricket is booming in Uganda. And so is Lyca. So both of us grow together, right? Now, our partnership, let me give you a little detail. We will be providing, we'll be supporting the teams with cricket kits, with other requirements. We have access to international coaches who will be ready to help the team to sharpen their skills and come to the forefront. The battle has just begun. We all are wanting the cup to come to Uganda, but the road ahead is tough, and we all know it, right? So we have to work very hard, we have to work hard together, and we have to bring that cup home. Uganda is our home. Uganda is home to Lyca. Uganda is going to be home to cricket. Thank you very much.
Fundamental that is. I think that happened over years. There's a lot of work that has been put in, and just to see the guys qualifying, I think it is something that we need to take. Definitely, it is a big step in the right direction for the Uganda Cricket Association. And again, just thank you so much. In our midst, I think our Honorary Secretary, I hope that English is right, Mr. Jackson Kavuma, will keep Tinker. So we really want to know, what's going on in the background, and more importantly, how do you see this partnership, Let's do this. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. All protocol observed. The unprecedented financial commitment reflects the immense scale of global and impactful growth of Lyca on the international sports stage. That is something that has come in hand, and on behalf of the board of Uganda Cricket, my CEO, my board members, fellow cricketers, the Fourth Estate, everyone has been a part of this journey. People that I will not forget that have been part of this journey, may their souls rest in peace. Our first trustees, Mr. Ivan Chayonka, the late John Nagenda, the late Abraham Kitts, have all contributed towards this journey. As we go into this partnership with Lyca, I would like to pass a vote of confidence and thanks to the Honorable Minister of Sports, State Minister of Sports, Mr. Peter Okwang. Thank you so much for the support. To the other government officials, the Right Honorable Mr. Okello Riem, thank you so much for gracing our. The Right Honorable Joyce Sebugwao, thank you so much for gracing the opportunity that Lyca has given us. The Chairman of Lyca, thank you so much for trusting Uganda Cricket and coming into partnership with Uganda Cricket. We welcome this partnership, and we believe as we go into the World Cup, the T20 World Cup, it's not only going to stop at the T20 World Cup. Uganda Cricket is going to the 50-over World Cup. With the support that we have from government, it's just my humble request on behalf of Uganda Cricket, Right Honorable Peter Gwang, we will appreciate your support to help us with a home of cricket. So the ladies and gentlemen who are in this room from Lyca, you've chosen the right partner. We believe the synergies that we are going to have together will propel Uganda Cricket to the right direction. Once again, it's not a day for speeches, but to say thank you to Lyca for having chosen Uganda Cricket to be a partner, and we believe you won't have any regrets with Uganda Cricket. Once again, thank you so much.
I prefer to stand because I'm a bit dominantly male sport. However, behind every successful man, there is a woman. And we are right here supporting you. I beg your pardon. I've been corrected that besides every successful man, there is a woman. And we are here showing that we are actually supporting you in every way. We have been to the global qualifiers once before. We are going there for the second time. It's not a new stage for us. It is a place that we hope to get over this time. And we have the confidence. The ladies are in the room representing the rest of the team, together with their management. But this is a special partnership. And I like the fact that we call it partnership. We're not calling it sponsorship. Because with partnership, you build trust, you build together, you build loyalty, and there's a lot more to it than just the engagements. So that means we have a new family in Lyca. We are very grateful. And it can't have come at a better time than now, when we seem to be flying. We are very, very, very happy to be here this evening. We are very happy to have a chairman like ministers. Thank you for sparing the time to be here. The ministers, particularly Honorable Peter Okwang, you have been very, very supportive. You never, even when we call you at awkward times, you always give us your support and you're always there. Thank you so much. We know we can always rely on you. To the rest of the team, the fourth estate, you have walked this journey with us. You have seen us cry. You have seen the near misses. You have seen all the emotions that have come over the years. Cricket seems to have been here since 1900. But we have moved the journey one step at a time. And I want to assure you and assure ourselves that we have come here to stay. Now we have gotten out of the woods. We will not allow the success to get over us, and we shall keep our heads held high and our heads on our shoulders for better things to come. We have the ODI, One Day Internationals coming. We have the women going to the Globals, and I have no doubt that we shall make it to the World Cup. So thank you so much for allowing us this platform to share and to turn a new family. Thank you.
But I think that's an attestament to the process. So it's very interesting, even how our ministers, are ordered out. I can assure you guys, we are in big things. We just have to, hold up and, hope for the best. So, Madam Joyce, I'll start.
To witness this partnership, which we have started today with our chairman, who is very much interested in sports, and I'd like to thank you so much for taking interest in Uganda sports. We are honored that among so many countries, he has decided to partner with Uganda in cricket. So cricketers, please take this advantage. And I'm sure with the chairmanship, with the chairman and his group, Uganda is going to gain a lot out of it. And it's not only cricket, by the way. I'm still pushing him to do some other things in sports. Yes, I'll talk to him later, where I want him to give support so that sports can go on. And I'm glad my son, Cabinet Minister Peter Obama, is keen in sports. And with his leadership, everything I'm sure are going to work out very, very well. So thank you, Chairman. Thank you for loving Uganda. Thank you for making Uganda your second home. We thank you so much for coming to Uganda at this time. And I can assure you, you are going to enjoy everything in Uganda. Ugandan people are so friendly. They are very accommodating, and you will feel very comfortable partnering with them. I thank you so much, and I wish you a happy new year.
You, Uganda, you denied me an opportunity to qualify for the Cricket World Cup. Secondly, I also got a call from my colleague Minister of Sports from Zimbabwe. Same, that the other time you beat me in rugby, I failed to qualify for Rugby 7 Challenger Series in Dubai. Now again you've done it to cricket. What is this coming up with Uganda? Do you want us to have a direct war between Zimbabwe and Uganda? But that's on a lighter note. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day to me, specifically as a Minister of Sports. Why do I say this? I don't attend function anyhow. It's not because I am either too busy or otherwise. But one of the key dreams I've been having ever since I joined this specific ministry was to have the private sector begin to have partnerships with these specific disciplines. And I want in a special way to thank the chairman, the group chairman, and the entire team for coming in to support Uganda Cricket Association. As a country, I bring special greetings from Mama, the First Lady, who is the Minister of Education and Sports. She's aware I'm here specifically to be in this function. I want to say this. As Uganda, like you've heard, His Excellency the President, if you didn't know, himself is a cricketer and he played cricket during his time in Intare School. What does it mean? It means that cricket is a priority sport in the government of Uganda if you look at our national development plan. So for that matter, the partnership, Mr. Chairman, has come at a moment when we as a country had already put cricket to be a priority sport. So this partnership is going to enhance our advocacy and our quest for the promotion of cricket as a sport in Uganda. Like I did discuss with my sister Tinka here, I want to thank our ladies in a special way for that participation which you've qualified. As a government, we have agreed under my directive that we are now going to begin having a national cricket championship in all secondary schools across the country. Why do I say this? There's no way we can be able to fit into the national team if we do not have a strong base at the school level. I have also met with the University Sports Association, which I've also agreed with them that we're also going to make sure that we bring in competition of inter-university cricket competition. That also helps us in terms of identifying talent which builds into the national team. Now, with Lyca coming on board, I am happy you've said you've come as what? A partner. My kind request to you as our dear partner, Mr. Chairman, that can we work with the University Association, can we work with the Secondary Association so that we build our partnership to make sure that as we bring the expertise from wherever the world to come and join us, that you have a strong base in terms of coaching. First, that one is very key. Number two, provision of some of the specific equipment which are needed for the competition of this game in some of those areas I mentioned. To the national team, what can I say? I am only not having a cricket jersey. And Madam Tinka, if I had one, I would have put on it to come here. It's not in order for me to come at a sports function when I have such a jacket. I would only be saying that I need a cricket jersey. I want in a special way to conclude by saying, as a government, we will support our participation of cricket in the Cricket World Cup as a government. If you look at our law, all international competition is meant to be 100% funded by government. So whatever our partner is going to give us, that the participation of you going to the World Cup is going to be fully taken care of by the government of your country. Number two, I also want to again to interest you that for the first time Uganda is going to fly its colors in that Cricket World Cup. How much marketing are you going to sell our country? And like I've told you before, please, if we bring the trophy home, we have a lot here at home for you. Because, number one, what we always do, once you get a gold medal for a World Cup competition, whether you're 50, first of all, government takes care of you by providing you 5 million shillings for the rest of your lifetime. Yes. Number two, government will be able to build for your house because you've won the World Cup. That's yours. Yes, these are the incentives we have within the law. If you look at that law, there's what we call reward and recognition. My role as a Minister of Sports is to communicate to the Minister of Finance, and government takes care of this. So fellow countrymen and women, it's your only opportunity time you have to make your country great. And I want to promise you, if I'm still in the Ministry of Sports, I will lead Team Uganda, Mr. Chairman, to the Cricket World Cup because I know I want to get the country. Last but not least, this Lyca mobile, when I was in ICT, Mr. Chairman, now I can say I am very grateful. Honorable Sebugwao, I am the one who signed the license to grant permission for the operation of this Lyca mobile in Uganda. For that, Mr. Chairman, little did I know that you would now come and support me directly by investing in a credit world. I'll call upon you, Mr. Chairman, that finally I now need my data. I'm now going to throw out other lines which are not giving any, which I'm using, and they are not even investing in the sports subsector. I am ready to buy, so that I now begin to participate in a line where I know I get value. And I promise you, I am going to market the product called Lyca in all sports federations. I thank you so much for listening to me. I say all this for God and my country. I thank you so much.
I'm really glad to associate with Lyca Telecom. I came across Lyca Telecom when I used to live in the UK many years ago. It was very expensive to ring in Uganda. And there's some card. You buy some card, scratch out the number, then ring that number before you ring another number, and then you get a cheap call. Fast forward many years, in the mid-90s, a telephone company comes called Lyca. And that's when we stopped using those cards, and I started buying Lyca SIM cards. Whenever I reach a Heathrow Airport, immediately come on the Terminal 3. There's a very big booth of Lyca Telecom straight in front of you. You cannot miss it. Telling that you buy your Lyca and throw away the other one that you're carrying. If you go to, it was same in France, Italy, and I used to use Lyca very frequently in all these capitals. Little did I know that many years later, I'll come and meet my young brother, my brother here, launching Lyca in Uganda. When he launched Lyca, I didn't know him. I just sat next to him, and his wife sat next to me, and I started talking to his wife, and soon became fantastic friends. He told me about his home in East London, somewhere in Chelmsford? Chigwell. I know Chigwell very well. I live on the other side of London, in a place called Maidenhead. His wife's a doctor, very nice, fantastic lady, and that's how we became friends. And since then, we've come being fantastic. That is here to support cricket. I'm not here by accident. For those who have the history of sports in Uganda, I used to be the Minister of State for Sports between 2001 and 2004, before the President thought it was wise for me to go to Foreign Affairs, because he said I lived abroad so long and I need to continue dealing with issues abroad. But there is no better person. If you want to learn something about sports, which sports in Uganda do have, is you have to learn something about one: discipline. Discipline. If there's no discipline in sports, then there's no place for sports. Absolutely. When I came to sports in Ministry of Sports in Uganda, there was so much indiscipline, there was so much corruption, there was everything that you didn't want to associate with sports. And I started a big fight. There's a guy called Obua, in football, big war. National Council of Sports, there was a chairman of the National Council of Sports. He used to use the word anarchy. And in the end, I fired Obua, I fired that man, and we started restructuring the National Council of Sports to get sanity into sports. And I told them that if you don't deal with corruption in sports, if you don't have discipline in sports, you will never ever get sponsors. Those days there were no sponsors. There was not a single team, not even football, not even cricket, not anything that would be sponsored in Uganda. Because all the sponsors that put their money in sports, they would not give accountability. And hence there was nothing. So we started a big fight to get discipline, the big fight for accountability. And only then, when you see these days MTN coming in and Nile Brothers coming in, is because the federations started seeing that if there's discipline, if you can account for the money, if there's behave, and we start winning, then only the sponsors come on board. And when I see my brother, the way he behaved, he didn't have to give. He's the Minister of Sports. He didn't have to give his. He had to spoke first. This is his function. But the respect, yes, for me, with his other brother, was Obua. I have the biggest admiration for these two. And I do everything to mentor them to be really good ministers in future. And I can see them really being fantastic ministers. I'm older than them, but at every opportunity I have, I give them responsibilities that we can, courtesy ministers, to meet head of states who come in the country and see them off in the country when I'm busy. They are the two most reliable people I have, because their level of discipline is unimaginable. And if everybody behaved like this in this cabinet, I'm sure it'll be very, very far away. So I'm very glad that he's the Minister for State for Sports and is bringing discipline in sports. I hope that cricket is a very interesting game. I learned cricket, I was telling the chairman here, I learned cricket in Tanzania because I went to an Indian school. And the first thing they taught me was the bad language in India. Indian languages. They said only if you know bad language in cricket, Indian language, then you can play cricket. So the boy stops. They taught me all the silly words I could in Gujarati, Hindi, whatever it is. I won't tell you the words here. But then those days we were poor. You couldn't buy a cricket bat. You couldn't buy a wicket. Even the ball was impossible among ourselves. So I was telling the chairman, we would get chalk and put on the wall the 3 wickets and collect the money amongst ourselves and buy 1 bat and get a tennis ball. Now, how do you know that the ball went on the wicket? You wet the ball and put it in mud. Then you see where it hits the wall, whether you're out or not. And that's how I started playing cricket. So, the world is very strange. Many years later, I became a very big fanatic fan of cricket. And I follow cricket I lived in London for so many years. And when India is playing England, we'll all support India. When India is playing England, we'll all support Jamaica or the other side. We always nobody wants to support the English team. So because sheer madness. So one day, the guy that for anybody who wants to, and this is true, you can Google it. Anybody who's applying to get a British passport or British nationality, the first question they'll ask you, if England is playing West Indies, whom do you support? Or if England is playing India or Pakistan, whom do you support? And you better know none of us ever give an honest answer. You don't have to get our residency in the UK. But so cricket has been around my life for many times. Then they came this famous player, very handsome player who came in the Pakistan team, Imran Khan. We all supported Imran Khan. Little did I know, much more later, Imran Khan became a politician, becomes a prime minister. And when I met Imran Khan the first time, I said, Mr. Imran Khan, I used to be your fan. I used to jump off the chair when you hit a 6 or a 4, and walk out of the room and shouting and screaming when you lost, And in politics brought us together with Imran Khan. I'm a sympathizer of his. He's in prison somewhere, and don't say the rest. I'm the Minister for Affairs. Otherwise, tomorrow you're But my sympathy goes out to Imran Khan. But I want to thank Lyca. I want to thank Lyca for this sponsorship to promote and support the Ugandan cricket team. And I want to congratulate the male team for making it to the World Finals. I want to congratulate the women's team for the progress they're making. And I want to thank Lyca for putting their money in no other game than cricket. This is a fantastic game. Once you're attracted to cricket, you cannot. There was a time when I was sitting somewhere and having a drink with some Indian friends, and India was playing Pakistan, and we're eating, and all of a sudden, people started up one by one and leaving, and there was a guy called, and everyone was leaving. Then the last person was Mr. Guru, I asked Mr. Guru, why are you leaving? He said, it's a match. I said, what match? He said, Minister, it's India and Pakistan today. You know? As if war had happened, taken place. Everybody, nobody wanted to sit even with the whole minister, really. Can you imagine? And they all went to what? To watch. That's how powerful the game of cricket is. And when England is playing, when India is playing Pakistan, it is war. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is not normal. So thank you very much, Ugandan team. Ugandan team, go, go, go. We look whether you lose or whether you win, we'll be proud of you. Because if you win, we'll be exceptionally proud of you. If you lose, we'll be exceptionally proud of you. One thing that I've learned about these things, which sports have done, and I want to thank my brother Kwang for what he's doing in sports. One thing that sports has done to this country is brought so much attention for Uganda, for what Uganda stands for all the good things Uganda have, and shaming those who give a bad impression about what has happened in Uganda. When you people are in the World Cup, the amount of attention paid in Uganda overwhelms what is bad in Uganda. When the women's team are making so much attraction, Uganda is known for supporting its women's team, empowering women in cricket. All this is very, very positive to Uganda, and it shames those who give travel guidelines that you should not travel to Uganda because they're killing people in the streets of Uganda, and there's terrorism in Uganda. All just malicious. So you are ambassadors, you are promoters, and we're very, very proud of you. Lyca Telecom is rolling out big time. I want everybody to take out their SIM cards from their phones right now and break whatever you have, and go and buy yourself a Lyca SIM card. The chairman will be flying the Lyca Telecom, even the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and telling all our visitors. And we'll make sure that at every airport we put a big Lyca poster. When you land, go and get a SIM card, a Lyca SIM card. This week, can you imagine? You know, when I was told the chairman was flying Dubai, I said, but that's the chairman of Lyca. He should become on a private jet. He said, no, he's saving all the money he can for cricket. What kind of man is this? But I just asked, what do you do about the chairman leaving tomorrow? Okay, should I book for him the private jet? He said, no, he's flying on a commercial flight again, back to London. Why? He's saving money for cricket. Thank you, everybody. God bless all of you. And I want to thank
Over something special to the UCA. I do request. Second one to the men's team. So ladies and gentlemen, in the near future we will have those for most of our funds.
So can I have the 001?
We'll make sure that 001 is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Chairman.
I'm very grateful for this, to be the part of this wonderful event. At the same time,